Excerpt. Second excerpt is taken from letter 41 of Rabash. Man should crave to be rewarded with the internality of the Torah, for then we feel all the good things that the Creator has promised us. So when we say, "You've chosen us," it means that we already feel all the good possessions with which we have been granted, and for which we are called a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. This is the meaning of, and the whole of the people were seeing the voices. When the voice of the Creator is heard in the heart, that feeling is as sufficient as actual seeing. For man shall not see me and live. However, by seeing the voices, meaning by the voice of the Creator spreading into the heart, not into the ear, for the ear is external, and only the heart is the man. Hence, the voice of the Creator must be felt in the heart. This is when it is called seeing the voices. And then each one lives in a world that is utterly good. And the heart feels that you have chosen us because it tastes the brightness of the upper pleasantness and the sweet savor of the light of the Creator spreads through his heart. This is when we see, happy are you in this world and happy are you in the next world.
Yes, this means that the purpose of our study, the purpose of our life, the purpose of the existence of the whole of humanity in the end should be that we discover the Creator, that is, the light that fills us up in order to bestow, fills up our intention of in order to bestow according to the intensity of that intention. And this actually is our entire purpose. The purpose of the keeping of the Torah, purpose of the correction of men, so that one's deeds will entirely be in order to bestow. That is, that Malchut will take on all the qualities of Bina and will correct itself through Bina, and the two of them shall walk together, as it says, the two great lights. And in every way that the Torah tries to explain to us that state where the light and the desire become as one, darkness shall illuminate as light. And this is how we reach the purpose of life, the purpose of creation, the correction of creation, and all of this is through the keeping of the method that Rabash labored so much to pass on to us. Now I can truly hear those the noise of him working on a typewriter, punching the keys. Later on he had an electric one, but first it was a mechanical one. Each time he was striking one of the they were all round, all the letters, the keys. It was an old kind. And later on, it very quickly, we started replacing them. We had an electronic one, then an electric one with memory and newer kinds. He invested many hours in that. Many hours. He didn't even have time to rest. If he was working on an article, I would come by in the middle of the day, at noon or afternoon. He was truly sleeping a very short time in order to keep his time for finishing the article. And even though each and every article we talked about it while we were walking together or driving, each morning, approximately from 9 to 12 in the morning, we were driving or walking, even though he talked about it. But when I later saw the article, I saw how much more during the writing, the typing, he was working on it. It's not the way he talked about it, but rather the way he passed it through himself. And nevertheless, the language of writing and the language of speaking are very different. And also the way he talked to me about it was not, he didn't allow himself to write in the same way. Nevertheless, when he writes, it is advertising. But it was hard work. Indeed, out of all the manuscripts of Kabbalists, we don't have a method, a Torah of the work of the Creator, in a way that is more scrutinized, more clear, and that it's even written in such a way that it opens up to someone who engages in it each time more and more. Similarly, these texts are multi-layered, and this is how we feel it. Yesterday, for example, I was listening for a tape from the Pticha. There were such things there that I never heard before. I never heard them before. And this is how it is with each and everything that you can touch in his texts. Well,